Something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, nothing contest, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, foe comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squad as raw as trash can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding the fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. The scouts purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
Friends and non-friends of the program, it is once again the Glue Guys program 629 for you motherfucking watchers. 629 on Wednesday evening in April in 2023. Is it the 19th or 20th? Yeah, 19th. April 19th. I did have to look. I'm getting old. Got the blinds open, man. Here comes summer.
Your signal's so bad right now.
Low?
Everything you're saying, bad. B-A-D. You're frozen, and then you're sounding like yeah. It's really bad.
Okay, that might be a problem here.
Yeah, it's problematic. I didn't want you to waste the content on the Max Headroom sound type of thing.
Just so many jokes I couldn't. Here's flock of seagulls.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, totally.
Totally. Tears for Fears. I mean, I got plenty of 80s. All right, it looks like my.
Okay, now we're better. Now we're better.
Yeah, my signal's up.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you know what it was?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Huh.
Hold on here. I think I got automatic updates kicking here. Let me see if I can slow this the fuck down. Why is my... Let me check something. All right, hopefully that's better.
Yeah, well,
I reset the Wi-Fi there real quick, and hopefully that's better. Anyway, hey, ignore the first couple minutes. Hopefully you can just fast forward with the YouTube, because most of you just go back and watch it. Welcome again to the Glue Guys program every Wednesday night, 6:30 here at our wonderful website, glueguysprogram.com. You catch us there, which takes you right to our YouTube. We're in the Arizona U-Trip GSL Seniors Group. We have our own wonderful group on Facebook, the Glue Guys Program Group. We're all over the place, man. Sometimes we're in Arizona Slow Pit, sometimes over here, sometimes over there. Sometimes we're over there. All right, we can't be over here. We're over there. There's my Gambo for the week.
There it is.
I got the blinds open, man. The sun. I don't have to have the sweat lights totally on tonight. That's kind of nice. Maybe get a couple months of this, with the time. Because again, I thought we were done with this daylight savings shit. I thought I saw the Senate or Congress finally voted to get rid of it and boom. We're back, so I don't know what we're doing. It makes sense, though. There's a lot of things the government can't get right currently. So, it only makes sense that they still got daylight savings time going on. For everybody else but Arizona, which is weird that Arizona was ahead of the curve on anything. Let's just be honest, all right? That's a little off-brand for Arizona, right? Usually a little late to the party, be fair to say.
Over here in Western Florida, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would have more insight on that than I, but let's just say couple holidays they were late to the party. Let's leave it
Yeah.
at that. I think that's a fair statement.
That's why it's Western. That's why it's Western Florida. You know.
But see, Florida is the only state in the country that has. You get a little of everything, right? You get Northern Florida is like the West Virginia mountains. All right, it is hillbilly central, and then mixed in there, you got some biker gangs and some meth labs. Then you get to like Miami. All right, South Beach, right? It's Latin flavor mixed with.
I love it. I love it.
It's like high fashion and society and white people way too much money mixed in with this Latin flavor that, you know, I mean, I hate to bring him up. He's having a rough go right now, but you know, Will Smith tried to tap into, you know, with the Whispers fucking jam for you old people that understand what the fuck I'm talking about. So then white people went, "Oh, Miami looks fabulous. Will said it's great. We should."
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yo, you sounded like Roger from fucking American Dad right there. That was fucking hilarious. That was fucking hilarious, dude. I was not ready for that shit, bro.
No, I didn't realize that was. But that is great.
That was fucking great.
No, because Rick and Morty take like 4 years between episodes.
Yeah, you got
American Dad is a great show.
That ass.
So it's just funny the mix of the wannabe cultured people with entirely too much money and the actual people who have the culture there trying to mix together. Lamborghinis with decked out Toyota Corollas is a sight to see in South Beach, when I tell you. And then if you get to the southern part of Florida, look, man, it's Cuba. Let's just call it what it is. It's Cuba. They know it. We know it. We stay the fuck out of there unless you really want to take a chance and go see the party yourself. All right. You know, and then the weirdest thing of all that is, and then you throw in Key West. Like Key West does not even belong anywhere near the southern tip of Florida. It's the weirdest. I don't know, man. Because if I really get into the truth of it, we're going to get canceled. So I'm trying to avoid it and be politically somewhat correct. But Key West has no business being where it is with everything around it. And I'll leave it at that. And yet it always seems to really get missed during hurricane season. Not a coincidence. Just putting that out there. So anyway, enough about your wonderful virtual tour of Florida. We're going to keep it tight tonight. Both Marlos and I participated in the Dudley-sponsored U-Trip tournament last weekend. We got a couple stories. Which ones, I don't know. We're going to see what comes up, but we got plenty. And then we're going to take a real quick look at the NCS tournament this weekend, which I'm 50-50 participating. I think Marlos has the weekend off. I may have to be out of state for work, so I may just be previewing and not there. We hope to have our friend Dre Bogan back on next week, and it looks like if both of us don't play, it's going to be more important than usual to actually recap a tournament that neither one of us are going to see any games. Right. And trust me, you people, as much as you say you want it, you don't want me and Marlos just looking at scores and doing critiques. You're not.
Nah, because I won't give a fuck, bro. I really won't give a fuck.
So I'm saying
I won't add any color to that.
Yeah, I was reminded this week on social media just how sensitive you fucking softball people are. And God forbid we upset the hierarchy that's going on in social media and Arizona senior softball. God forbid.
Wait, what happened?
I'll just put it to you this way. I got some real nice golf shirts I can sell you cheap. Real nice, up-and-coming brand. I can take care of you.
Tough.
It was the full boat, man. It was accusations.
Yeah,
it was people trying to take the high road,
dude.
And then people
honestly,
who got knocked to the low road. It was everything we expect of it.
So I look, because I'm not above saying this. I saw the post. I read the post. I read a few of the first few comments, within the first hour, and then my attention span to softball drama shit is that quick. I didn't get to go back. Once one individual who I believe is who you were saying took the high road. Once that individual stated what the dealio was, I was like, all right, I'm out, bro. I ain't waiting for the rest of these instigating ass motherfuckers to say nothing. And so I just left it alone. I was like, whatever. shout out to the individuals who did take the high road there and try to keep shit, the way it's supposed to be, at least up until the point that I saw the rest of the post. So I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, speaking as a victim of the mob
motherfucker said a
mentality, someone who's been drawn in unnecessarily and maybe influenced to open my mouth or say some things that I shouldn't. I can speak from experience that it's not the easiest thing to do, when the mob's outside with the pitchforks and the torches and they're ready to burn somebody, whether it be a witch or whatever the flavor of the month is in that fucking time frame. 1700s, 1800s, 19, whatever.
I just know with that shit.
That's how I view the softball. It's a mob mentality, and not enough people have enough balls or strength to step outside and go, you people are fucked up. Not enough people have the balls to do that in public.
It's just not that deep. I guess that's my biggest problem. It's just not that deep. I have,
and next thing you know, we're not playing your tournaments. And you don't hear that shit anymore. I love it.
Well, because you don't have any tournaments anymore.
You're not going to hurt me, bro. You're hurting yourself. You're not hurting my feelings.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, I don't get it, bro.
Bro, I sleep like a baby now. You have no idea. Well, when fucking poor carpentry doesn't fucking wake me up at 1:30.
That's probably problematic.
Yeah, it's probably not good for the collectible value of these fucking things if they keep falling off a shelf and knocking shit over.
It depends.
Shout out to Spectre, because this monitor fucking took a hit, went all the way to the floor, and it's not even a color is off. So shout out. Quick shout outs for the week. Another shout out to blessed Max Holloway getting the job done. What I did not realize was how young Max Holloway is for all the fucking fights he's had. Yes. He may not have hit his career peak yet. He may not have. But Max got in a win column against a tough opponent who I think was just out-experienced. He fought valiantly, hung in there, but Max was just too smart, too much fight IQ. So, hey, shout out to him. Real quick MMA news. It's getting like senior softball right now, Los. I don't know who to fucking believe. Is it Jones? Is it Stipe? Dana comes out and says John went MIA for a couple weeks. Like, what I don't understand is John put it out there on social media and said, hey, I'm going away for a couple weeks. Dana, let me know when the Stipe fight's done. What more does that dude have? So why is Dana coming out and saying the dude went dark? He told you. Like, for John and John's history, that's as good as a signed contract with John Jones based on previous experience. So then, Chael Sonnen says behind the scenes that he hears that Stipe was holding it. I don't know what to fucking believe, but I'm pretty sure we're not getting it in July like we wanted. It's looking more and more like this thing is going to get pushed till November, December for Madison Square Garden, which, okay, I mean, it's Madison Square Garden, but I just don't want to fucking wait that long, man. And time is not on Stipe's side in this shit. I'm just putting that out there. I don't care how hard that motherfucker trains. Time is not on your side, bro.
You know what, dude? In the general late landscape of these fights and how they're being created and what's not happening or what is happening, it's getting more difficult for me to even pay attention to fights until they're fully signed and announced. Because there's so much finger pointing and he got the contract and said no, and no, he got it, no, he didn't, no, they didn't offer me. You know what, dude? It's ridiculous at this point. But I'm with you. I would love for that fight to have been in July. If it's not in July, I'm not losing anything. I know, and I know that's not really what you're saying, but if it's not in July, it's kind of like, okay. And I say that partly because we never saw it official. So I never really put a whole lot into it. Anytime these dudes say, yeah, I'm going to fight this day or that day, I never really believe them. I never put anything else.
No, and I was going to touch on real quick about this week. There was some chatter. The big-time manager came out and said, don't let anybody fool you. The two guys who turned down the fights they were offered, it got out of control. Like, I started losing track of names of who didn't agree to fight. I just lost it. So I'll say this, all right? I want to give a shout-out again to Israel Adesanya because this is the only champion, now he's champ again, who basically names his contenders. He's and then goes,
yeah, let's fight.
And we're fighting. And even Dana came out this week and said, Izzy called me and said, let's go. We're not going to tell him no. So it looks like it's going to be Duplessis, Number 6 ranked. Don't give a fuck. I love the fight.
Duplessis.
Thank you. I'm not French, as you should already figured out. So
He's not
imagine
French.
he's
Dutch.
South African.
Yeah, but he's the name is Dutch.
Dutch by way of
South
Africa.
Which, I mean, we could get into the colonization and
yeah, I don't want
immigration circumstances and all, but yeah,
look,
it's Dutch.
man,
It's Duplessis.
Yeah, it gets a little convoluted when you get to South Africa. There's a reason they call it South Africa because look, you lose track there of the lineage. Let's just be honest. A lot of people been in and out of there. We'll just leave it at that. All right, the guy with the French sounding name who's Dutch, who's from South America or South Africa.
South America.
I know, I had to correct that one. Huh?
Yeah.
Izzy called him out. It's going to happen. People won't even have time to bitch. This thing's going to happen so fast. So, again, shout out to Izzy for doing what he always does, all right? But also, shout out to the guy he just beat, Alex Pereira. I still didn't say it right, but close enough. Closer than Dupuis.
Yeah.
I was being funny. Don't correct me.
I know that. I know. That's why I was like, yeah.
So closer. We're getting there, right? Why can't everybody just be Frank Smith and we'll be done with this? So moving up to 205, it looks like, and the word coming out of his camp was, well, why not the rematch? And he basically said, I've already been champ. I've already beat that guy. Fucking mad respect. Mad respect. Hey, yeah, I lost, but that title doesn't interest me. I had it. I've already beat Izzy. I want a new challenge. Well, brother, you're going to get it at 205, my friend.
Bro. Oh, yeah.
You're going to get it.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
But hey, we got so many guys call out, and you just don't hear that. So, the guy deserves a little bit of credit as we move on here. And let's face it, he's got the bombs to survive and flourish at 205. All right? He's got them.
Yeah, and I think everyone also keeps saying that 205 may be better for him, now that he's out of that immediate, title contention, because 205 and, just doesn't have the same amount of wrestlers. The lack of wrestlers works to his benefit. I don't even want to speculate anymore about that. The same way,
let's wait for the official.
Listen, I love Jamal Hill as it is, right? And so I was extremely excited that he got that shot, for the title, and obviously, ended up winning.
Took advantage.
But there's so much back and forth between who should have the next title shot, whether they're going to wait for Yuri, whether they're going to, it's going to be Magomedov, or whether it's like, again, we're almost in the same conversation we just came from. I don't even care anymore until I see an official signed contract and a poster. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everything is just so much speculation. Everybody's, shooting their Hail Marys. And I said shooting their Hail Marys on purpose, because Dana did it, dude. That's all I'm going to say is Dana did it. Now, there's no real expectation of the hierarchy of the rankings as mattering for title shots. Now they've come clean with the fact that it's pretty much an element of entertainment and sell and draw, and then there's an element of the type of fight and the element of whether or not it's a good good matchup or something, stylistically and whatever. And so that's why I'm kind of just I'm more focused on the fights that do exist, and hopefully some of these fights do actually go down. I know there's a lot of speculation about the replacement of the May 6th pay-per-view co-main. But I don't even want to get into that because it's the same type of shit. It's like, I got offered. No, you didn't. I got offered. Yes, I did. I turned it down. No, you didn't. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. And then, UFC feeds off of that type of shit because people are interested and the writers write about it and the bloggers blog about it and the fans, they go and support it and they check it and everybody's all interested. So the UFC is never going to say, yeah, that didn't fucking happen. This is who we offered and this is what happens. Dana will say that shit. Dana will say that shit like 2 weeks after the fucking fight actually goes down. Then he'll be like, yeah, we offered it such and such. And, it builds the mystique, but I'm just kind of tired of falling for the trap.
Yeah, just gonna have to wait it out. I mean, if it was a straight UFC show, we would talk about it because it would fill time, but we're not. We talk about interesting stuff and we're able to edit out what we do want to say and what we don't want to talk about. So you know what? We'll wait till the officials. Looks like we're going to get Max at Korean Zombie, which I'm fucking jacked about. That's going to be a great fight.
It'll be a great fight. I agree.
And the reasoning was kind of cool where Max just said, hey, he's the last one of kind of my generation I haven't fought yet. And Korean Zombie, let's go.
Yeah, anytime, anywhere. I love it.
So you love it. All right.
Those are two fighters I really, really love as it is.
So, again, we could talk about some softball for a change here. First thing proven, Jimmy De La Riva is not the only way to win softball tournaments now by putting him on your roster, folks. Listen, I don't know if any of you people noticed, but if you had a glue guy on your fucking roster this weekend, you finished 1 or 2. Now, there's something to be said for that. Last time Los and I were on a roster again, that was another, well, technically a 2 out of the AAA team. So, I mean, folks, this is a pattern now. So, while, Jimmy's been doing a little longer than us, this whole winning thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we got something here.
Yeah.
I think you need to put some respect on the glue guy's name. I'm just saying. And I will tell you that.
Look, I played like shit. I felt like shit. I played like shit. I'm not like a lot of our constituency, in which, the only time they talk about their performance is when they miraculously hit 850 or some bullshit like that. I didn't feel well mentally and all that good shit, and physically and whatever, which is not an excuse. It's actually to say that not only did I do that, I then turned around and didn't really play well. So I don't give a shit though, because fuck it.
Well, hold on here a minute. So of all the shit that you didn't do for the day, I guess you saved a little bit in the fucking reserve tank for the if game for the bomb you fucking hit. And then you saved just enough energy to fucking throw your left arm out there and fucking rope a bullet fucking Nick hit to end the game.
Yeah, so, it was a rocket. He didn't hit it as hard as he thought he did. I'm saying that respectfly.
It looked pretty damn good to me.
Nick can swing, bro. So it's not me like, oh, he didn't hit it hard. To me, it came off a lot faster than it actually got to me. Because when it hit the glove, it was just like, boom. Okay, cool. It wasn't like, oh shit, that motherfucker was hot. It was just like, oh, boom, we're out of here. Whatever. Like I said, the shit like that happens, and and I owe the Pavers a better performance than that. But shit happens. It is what it is. It was really cool to win. Like I said, mentally I wasn't into it, so it just never hit, bro. I guess when everybody else is all amped, like, yeah, we fucking won, and they start posting their pictures and shit after the game and shit. My wife had to post it on Instagram, and she always gets on me because I never share anything. I never share anything, and so she usually kind of gets on me when she tags me and stuff. So I went ahead and shared it. But it's dope to be wanted. And so I appreciated Mike and the whole team for having me. But I would have really liked to have performed a bit better than I did. And I know the way I'm saying it makes it sound like I was 1 for fucking 30 or some shit. I wasn't by any means. But no, I just know the difference between a good performance and not. And that was just not the best performance. Nonetheless, it was interesting because some of the things that happened in the championship game and the if game were entertaining for me. And I was just so out of it that a lot of stuff was going on and I apparently didn't notice or whatever. It took me 3 fucking days later to go, hey, what the fuck happened? I know I'll say one more thing. I know I made a post recently, it's okay to be not okay, and some other parts behind that. And that's real. That was a personal statement for once. A lot of the time I don't really say a lot about much of nothing, but it's been very, very tough recently. But yeah, dude. Okay, see, great to win, but I don't know who that is, but I can 100% agree because it's not that I wanted to have perfect stats, and because I didn't have perfect stats, I was like, oh, I suck or some shit like that. I just, when you're being honest as a player, when you don't play as well as you can, or when you don't play well. And sometimes not playing well doesn't mean you played badly. It also doesn't necessarily mean that you're hurting your team. You're just not doing as much as you'd like to for the team. But I winning always helps. Winning always helps. God, yeah. So winning always helps. So
I'll give the other. So Marlos played with Storm Pavers. I got to jump on with Sandbaggers just to, because I know I didn't say that yet, so just to put that out there. But from the other side of the diamond, I was very fortunate. Adam asked me midweek if both of us wanted to play, and I checked in with you. You had already committed to play with Pavers, so I went back to Adam and said, you can have the shittier of the glue guys if you still need a guy, which for whatever fucking reason, he said, yeah, come play. So able to jump in late. I was happy because mainly if the whole weekend went to shit, and I didn't expect to play much because that's a great fucking team. Yes, turned out Adam had some, family stuff, so he was late. Gabe had some family stuff in the morning of his start. He was a little late. Fine was kind of running lineups till they got there. And most of the day, actually. Once those guys got there, Fine was still running lineups. But I was excited, mainly to hang out with Maddie because, Maddie's like my little brother. But also, Fine and I have buried whatever remote hatchet there was. So, not being a director makes hanging out with Fine a lot easier. And we have history back from TEDx and things. So, Mike Tree, I love Mike Tree. I love watching Mike Tree play. Gatto's over there. So we were talking some design shit. I was getting in his ear about, you're not as busy. You got to hit up Los. And then, we were talking about the joint thing we're doing. So, but I also, and Jason Kent, I'm missing people. Just bear with me. But Matt Cooley was filling in too for Sandbagger. So I had a really, really cool weekend kind of hanging out with Matt. And almost being like the old wise man who's only about half as wise as he should be. Because Cooley was beating himself up bad. And I'd be like, Matt, you made one out in like 5 hours. Like, knock it the fuck off. Welcome back to reality. Because Matt's very hard on himself. Cooley, I'm just going to say Cooley so you don't get. So Cooley's very hard on himself. The dude, I swear to you, Los, he didn't make a fucking out for like fucking 6 hours. And
I don't even doubt it.
We shit the bed first game against Lokai. Shit the bed. And those guys, I don't know what it was. If they had fucking Irish coffee, dude, they were dropping fucking 5 on us every fucking inning. And it was death by 1,000 paper cuts. Just what an experienced 50 team does. They don't kill you with bombs. Oppo, Judy over to shortstop. Right. Little liner out to the right field, like just bing, 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 5-5-5. Like, what the fuck? And I could tell Maddie was already like, I look at him, I go, welcome to playing 50s, brother. Mm-hmm. So Maddie was getting frustrated. And then we woke up a little late. We had 1 or 2 innings with a 0-1. And then I think we ended up losing by 5 or maybe 5-7. And they got the spot, which they deserved. So, of course, we make them fucking hard on ourselves. Now, Bob did a good job and had factored in an hour and 20 minutes between games, along with some major teams' games sprinkled between.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, it wasn't anybody's fault. It wasn't the tournament's fault. We got a small break between. We won our next game, small break, which we played sophisticated. I'm going to talk about that showdown with Don Logan here in a minute. Because I know everybody who comes to BP was waiting for it. Because even Cooley fucking heard about it. Mm-hmm. And I'll bring that up with you assholes later. Then, literally from, I don't know, 1 o'clock, we didn't get a break. So when we finally got back to you guys at the ship, we were 5 straight at that point.
Yeah.
And the games ran long and open, whatever.
Yeah.
There was nobody's fault. Although somebody else, man, just come on, get your fucking clock straight. And yeah, I'm saying that, all right? I'm not fucking Homer, all right? Just like I'll tell you, I swear to God, I did it when I was director, and I'm saying it when I'm not. Tell who you got to tell. Dario can't fucking be out there dropping F-bombs on guys and fucking K-ing dudes with a 4-foot strike, and then when they protest, start cursing them out. Like, you already fucked up making a call. We're not
What's
the
fucking
fucking E's out here.
Hey, what's wrong with that, though? What's wrong with that, though?
You're the ump. Why are you making it? You're the ump.
Hey, but look.
No.
But the way some of these dudes be talking, the way some of these dudes get carried away and, and they hide behind the fact that they're the ump and there's this expectation of a higher performance or a higher standard or whatever for the umpires. The way some of these dudes get to talking throughout the games and shit, I'm still waiting for one of these umps to slap the shit out of somebody, bro.
Look,
because you get what you give. That's where I'm at.
Listen,
and I mean, look, I know there's.
It's how you protest.
I know.
It was Nick. Nick don't even curse at the dude.
Nick's good peoples, dude.
And then Dario came firing out of the gate.
Yeah.
Like, no, it wasn't. It was fine. But, like, he was literally defending himself so hard you could tell he wasn't sure. That's how bad he went back at Nick.
Yeah.
So, and I know the difference, and I watched the dude when I was director.
Dude, I'm just talking shit,
as
honestly.
Director, well, fuck that, man.
No, I'm just saying that shit because I do believe it, but no, I'm not really talking about your instance that you're referring to. That's all.
Now, look, it came back to haunt me later in the day because I made it known. All I said was, that's not the first time you were cursing somebody out at a U-Trip tournament. That's all I said. Mm-hmm. Well, he took a receipt because later on, I had our boy dead to rights. 6.5 footer, front corner, froze his ass. Our BP buddy, not Don, froze his ass. His knees buckled.
I know.
Dario
I heard
tried
about
to call
that
shit flat. I looked at Dario like, oh, we got to swing the bat around here. It's slow pitch softball. I don't know if anybody told you. It's underhand. And he got all badass with me. I said, whatever, get a fucking haircut. I kept trying. Because I tried to go dad joke on him. Like, because when Rodney would ask me how the argument went and I tell him the dad jokes, I said, there's no way Rodney could ever get mad at me if I'm throwing dad jokes at him.
I get it. I get it.
Like, go get yourself some Nike, Alphas or whatever, those fucking cross trainer to wear while you're umping.
Y'all wild. I don't want. Y'all wild. I don't even talk to the umpires, dude.
I made Dario.
I just like how many outs. Yeah, I don't know. Man. Like, I never understand how. Like, so over the course of the day, and not necessarily with the team, with my team, I'd hear all these fucking players pissed and arguing with umps and shit. And I gotta admit, I don't even really say much to the umps. Like I will, like I speak, I acknowledge them. Like, hey, what's up? Especially the ones I know or I've been around a lot. And then about the only thing you ever really get out of me is how many down, Blue. And then I don't really I don't give a fuck what he calls. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. I see that post by Pino.
Pino knows.
Look, that's why I said I wasn't. Anyway. That's why I said I wasn't. I was just talking shit about. Look, the one. Okay, let me say that different. The part that I do believe is, yeah, you get what you give. A lot of these dudes get carried the fuck away. The shit that they say and they're popping off or whatever. If they were to say that to another player, that other player would ask them what their fucking problem was, and it would escalate, right? So they say it to the umps because the umps have to hold themselves to a different standard, et cetera. So then when an ump actually does fire back on them, then they're like, "Oh my God, why would you talk about me?" That type of shit. So that's why I'm like, nah, shut the fuck up, and then you don't have to worry about nobody popping off on you. But number two,
you get all excited because Rodney Rodney came into one of our games, right? And me and Tree are kind of confused about who's going to run.
Yeah.
Tree's a little behind the back, but he hasn't touched it yet. He's smart enough not to. And we're trying to figure out. And Tree thinks he's closer to the lineup. And I was like, as soon as I saw there was confusion, I was like, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. And I got my foot on the back. I'm ready to go. And Ryan's like, I ain't even dealing with this shit. That's an out. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Ronnie was not having it. We didn't even say anything. So I was like, hey, come on,
but some of that was based on.
I understand it.
Right. Some of that was based on some of the shit that other folks were doing and going through and whatnot.
Right.
And that's kind of that colored part of what I was saying and why I said it, because there was a lot of that shit going on. There's a lot of players popping off, talking shit, to the umpire, saying whatever, and at the end of the day, that's bullshit, bro. Like, you can't do that shit, man. It's crazy.
Well, Pino, look, you know who to talk to, because if money talks there, if you
can
make it cost effective, that'll happen, brother.
That's real
that'll
shit.
Happen. But look, I don't work there anymore, so don't call me for the use of the pickup and going to Home Depot. I'm not having it. Yes,
so I'm gonna throw.
Yeah,
That's the part I was gonna get to. I don't give a fuck about language, especially with my mouth. I don't give a fuck about language. But what I do give a fuck about is I don't know the guy's name. So the only reason I'm not throwing his name out there like that is because I don't know his name. So I'm not trying to be like, ooh, I don't want to say it. I just don't know the fucking guy's name.
It wasn't all the umps, by the way.
It wasn't all the umps, no. But this particular ump is notorious for being the least hustling motherfucker in the fucking park.
The second least. The first one doesn't work at U-Trip.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Come on.
Okay. Do you know? No, that's why. Okay.
All right.
But this dude, no matter what, whether he's behind the plate, whether he's in the championship game or the if game, and he's out on the base paths, he either A, just doesn't give a shit, doesn't give a shit or doesn't give a shit. Because there's no way you can be that fucking bad, that fucking lazy, and that fucking bad at the same fucking time the whole fucking day, bro. All
Very
day
consistent.
long. Like, and I
Very
mean,
consistent.
I applaud his consistency, but it was driving me fucking nuts, bro. I mean, like, on some real shit, when you're in the championship game and in the if game, you are the motherfucker you're out in the field. Your only fucking job is to make accurate fucking calls. Wait, your only job first is to make a goddamn call. No, wait, your only job is to know that there's an actual play going on. How the fuck are you standing 10 feet behind second base and you say out your mouth, I didn't see the play at second? What the fuck are you doing there, bro?
Wait, I can do one better.
Not once, but he did it like 5 fucking times in one game. And then earlier in the if game, he pulled the same shit, and we were all like, so you just getting your bread so you can get the fuck out of here. We get it. Nobody even got mad anymore because we all just expected this motherfucker to just be like, nah, you know what? I don't know.
Well, on those particular plays, what I noticed, which is it just compounds the fucking problem. While that was going on at second base, and I wholeheartedly fucking co-signed that shit because we watched it too, at home plate, there were people scoring, and we looked, and the home plate umpire wasn't even looking at the fucking scoring line. So if there was even a play at home,
he was looking at his phone.
Yes. So if there was even a play, like say they threw it home, and he made a call, I would have lost my collective shit about you only have to watch the fucking plate. We have a base ump. What the fuck are you doing checking your fucking Instagram or your fucking grinder?
Yo, man. Dude, young dude is legit, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
We're
young
talking
dude,
about Ryan, and here's the thing about Ryan
Yeah.
that I'm not going to let you guys pile on him about, all right?
Yeah.
Number one, here was the problem with those two games, because I like Ryan, and I have literally argued with Ryan about shit, and I like him. And
Wait,
you guys
is Ryan-
lay the
Ryan-
fuck off him.
Hold on. Ryan's the young dude,
On the
right?
bases. On the bases.
Oh, the dude. Oh, no. I'm not laying off a shit. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to say, when Ryan was doing the plate, because I saw what happened. You don't know this. You may know, and I'm going to, or you may not even agree. That's fine. There's shit we don't agree on.
Okay.
Dario told that kid how the game was going to go, which is a fucking mistake. And that kid is fucking intimidated as shit by Dario. Because I've seen Ryan run a field just fine and put dudes in their place when they need to get put in their place. He was a church mouse, all right? And when you guys would give him a little shit, or we'd give him a little shit, he'd literally look at Dario to make a call that Dario had no fucking business making.
All right, let me. Now that you said that, wait. I need to make sure who you're talking about. I need to make sure who you're talking about because we keep saying these names.
We had two different base umps, by the way.
That's why I'm asking the question.
The first game is Ryan.
Ryan's good. Ryan's not the problem.
We're on the same.
Ryan is not the problem.
The other guy came in to do the bases on the second game because Ryan was probably I'm fucking out of here. This is crazy.
Okay. So that was
the
my
second
mistake.
Guy was
the second guy's
brutal.
the guy who I'm talking about. That's the one I'm talking
fucking
about.
Was standing at second base and didn't see the play in front of him. That was
okay. Yes,
guy
that's
Ryan,
the guy. Okay, Ryan's legit, dude. Ryan's legit.
Ryan's
to me.
good.
He's pretty good, dude.
The problem is Ryan will listen, and Dario, all of them should be able to do this. Ryan gets up the fucking line. Rodney gets up the line. Rodney came out to third base to make a fucking call after running over from first. All the time. Yeah. Dario can't be fucking bothered to take one step up to look down the first baseline. He's making fucking close calls from fucking 6 feet behind the mat. I guess he had to go get his phone. I don't fucking know. But, dude, you got one fucking call to make, bro. And listen, before anybody, I've said this to him. I've said it to Rodney. I said it to Bob when I was director. I don't want him here if he don't want to put out some fucking effort. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being overly critical when I was director. All I cared about was, dude, I need consistency for my fucking umps. Look, Ryan was there every fucking tournament. Dude was hustling. And he started off really weak, not knowing all the rules, and the older guys trying to take advantage of him. Look, in 2 months, that motherfucker was literally turning around to the guys, veterans who try to fuck with umps and go, all right, now you need to sit the fuck down.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to clarify
he
before you
knows
finished.
The difference.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to clarify before you finished that we were talking about the same person because, Ryan, to me, I didn't know his name. So Ryan, to me, is legit. Every game that I've played with, dude, you could see that growth. You could see where he's starting to kind of, okay, look, I'm in charge here. Fuck you, little motherfucker. You know, and
but
you know,
is approachable and
yes.
will own a bad call.
And also, when they start acting a fucking fool, he doesn't fire back on them. He's just like, all right, whatever, dude, keep pushing. Which I respect that. I love it. The other guy is the one I was talking about, and I
don't know where he's from.
know we had him on another field, and we had him behind the plate a couple times. And it was a shit show each time, every time, anytime, every time I've ever had him. He's performed basically the same. So, you know, if anything, you can say he's absolutely consistent, but consistently bad.
By the way, that was the one that Don from Lokai posted about a horrible ump in all his years of playing.
Yeah,
this is the same ump that Don.
Same guy. Okay, then I'm 100%. I legit.
We had him.
There are so many things that I can. I'm the easiest person when it comes to umps because I like I said a few minutes ago. I don't argue calls. I don't do all that bullshit. You know, you make a bad call, so what? I'm gonna move on. I might look, you know, like what, and they're like, and I'm on my business. That dude, like, he makes me even want to go, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Because he's that bad, and it's one thing to be bad and you don't know it. It's another thing when you're bad and you just don't give a fuck. And he comes across like, I don't give a shit. I'm bad. I'm trying to get this check. And I just don't know. I don't know what it's like to pride yourself in not doing your best. I don't know what that is. I don't understand that. And so when you see an umpire doing that, and it's, you know, we're all paying to be out here and whatever, we're not expecting you to be perfect. I don't expect any umpire to be perfect. I think umping is the most difficult job, period. You know, because no matter what call you make, you're always wrong. I function that way in my level of respect for umpires, because I know that no matter what they say, somebody's going to hate them for it. Somebody's going to yell at them. Sometimes treat them like shit or whatever. So I try not to do that. On the other hand, when you get an umpire like this dude, it's like, why are you even fucking here, bro? You don't want to be here. You don't really want to do what you're trying to do. The money ain't that great that you just have to make yourself fucking do it, and you're not going to actually try. And that's kind of insulting. Those plays that he made bad calls on, and I mean bad calls as in it didn't really go either of our ways, meaning he just didn't know. He's like, I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
I'm 5 feet from the play. I'm not watching. What the fuck are you there for? Just go over there and sit in the fucking dugout, because you're not even looking at the play that's 5 feet in front of you, and it's the only job you have being the base umpire. Man, I'm tired of talking about umpires because I don't want to disrespect umpires. We spend all this time bitching on umpires, and there are plenty of umpires who are actually pretty good, who are actually out there hustling, are doing the things that they're supposed to do. So I don't want to spend the entire time shitting on bums. No. We're giving bums way too much attention than they deserve.
That's why I try to give Rodney his flowers, man, and Brian his flowers, because you know, I mean, Rodney's UIC for a reason, right? He's right where he needs to be when he needs to be there, pretty much all the time. And I didn't say the name, whoever the fuck that is. Hey, man, facts are facts, bro.
Yeah,
facts are facts. It's not one tournament or 6 months worth of tournament league. That's years of cultivating that reputation.
And it's also not when it's not like just bad. It's not like just a bad call or a couple bad calls here and there. It's a consistent job of really not paying attention. That's like bad call is, oh, well, I thought he was safe, but you called him out, so I think that was a bad call. That's very different than I'm just not paying a fucking attention. I don't know what the fuck happened 5 feet in front of me. And then you're not willing to just flat say, I was over here fucking around. You're just like, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. Nah, man. Run that shit, bro. That's weird. But
anyway,
weird.
You know, it wasn't everybody.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And I you know, now a couple ironic things. Number one, irony being, you know, I jump on sandbaggers and we get into it, whatever. But how is it that I'm the one that started some shit? You would think, you know, the way people talk and whatnot. Nope, not the guys no, it was me. On that whole roster, somebody wanted a piece of me. Which I'm still laughing about.
I still don't know what's going on there.
Shout out Mike Tree for just getting aggravated just to be aggravated. When I'm the one that they're trying to fight with, I had to go calm Mike down.
Dude, look, man, I'm gonna say this for
my back.
I'm gonna say this for the audience. All of this shit is going down, and I'm like, I mean, the first instance that created this cloud, right? I'm less than 70 feet away from it, and I
Oblivious.
just don't know what the fuck is going on. So
Oblivious.
I'm just sitting there like, well, there's that. So then after the championship, or after the first championship game, in which the Sandbaggers beat Pavers, an instance, a kerfuffle happened, and I'm not that far from it, and I'm watching it all develop like I'm watching it on a Zenith, bro. I'm just sitting there like, damn, what the hell is going on? My wife is like, hey, what? I'm like, damn, what are they gonna fight? And then I was like, nah, these motherfuckers ain't gonna fight. Now I'm gonna say some shit, and I know motherfuckers are gonna laugh. Look, I was like,
put the mic over here.
Look, I was like, if y'all gonna fight, go ahead and fight, because I'd be happy to go home early. Not gonna argue with you. Not gonna jump out there, because what I don't do, I don't stop grown men from fighting. You gonna fight, go ahead and fight. But on the other hand, my other problem was, if you gonna fight, go ahead and fight. Don't do all that fucking hugging and pushing and shit and jumping up and down. Everybody, you want to swing on a motherfucker, swing on a motherfucker. Ain't nothing to talk about. And so therefore, that's why I referred to it as a kerfuffle, because there was a lot of hugging and shit. There's a lot of fake pushing. It wasn't no real pushing. Nobody got shoved to the ground.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Fake pushing. It
No.
that.
So fake pushing to me is when you run up close enough to somebody that if you were really trying to make some action happen, you would push them, but you don't. That's fake pushing, because you're not really that mad. You're not really mad. You just pop the chest out type of thing.
But nobody ran anywhere, and this is why I'm laughing.
Nah, there was some running.
Because you always but that was after there was a gathering. The running happened after the gathering, and I won't even go kerfuffle. I'm going gathering, as if we're getting in line to enter the store when it opens at whatever time.
Good call, Mervin's.
So Mervin's.
Open.
Now, luckily, I have my attorney Matthew Cooley Esquire standing next to me when this whole thing happened. So you could take my word for it. Whoever Cooley's about is, as trustworthy as they come.
Yeah.
I know, bro. I'm having some fun because you have my back, and I appreciate it.
It's still funny. Yeah.
There was an incident. I don't even want to get into it, but whatever. So that was during the first game. Okay. Then between game, we win the game. We're going to an if game. Between games, another player who I'll be honest, I don't even know where the fuck he was on the field.
Yeah.
The incident I had was with the shortstop, and I don't know where this dude was playing. Right field, catching. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Offense.
Look, man, he took offense. I was running bases for people. All I cared about was get your fat ass 60 feet to the next base. And you're not fast, so don't try anything stupid. I was fucking laser focused not to get fucking picked off a base being slow. All right? To the point, later in the fucking, I think it might have been the if game, where I got on third and you were like, oh, I see your wheels. And I go, I don't know what the fuck they are, but they ain't fucking wheels. So somebody had approached me, and dude was very upset and was this, that, and you better do that to somebody's face. And he's running, and he could ask Cooley. All I kept saying was, can I say my side of the story now? Do you mind if I tell you how I saw it? Do you mind if I speak? Would you mind if I spoke here? And I was being a little condescending, but nothing crazy. And he was just, but he didn't hear me. I go, okay, so this isn't a discussion. This is you getting it off your chest. By all means, let me know when you're finished, please. Right? And I'm having fun with it. Cooley's kind of laughing. Me and Cooley are having a conversation while this dude is kind of trying to get in my face, fake
pushing.
Guy. Yeah.
Fake pushing.
So
that's what I'm saying. Fake pushing right there.
He's running his mouth at me, and I'm talking to Cooley next to me. I'm not acknowledging him because he has now acknowledged he's not ready to have a conversation. So I'm not going to stand there and get screamed at. This is in the 4th grade, okay? So Cooley and I are like starting to almost giggle at the whole scene. Like it's surreal to him because I looked at Cooley and I go, did I do something? Like I'm the oldest guy here. Why are they attacking the old guy? What? We're joking about it. And then the guy turned around and he goes, and he called me a chicken shit and a coward. And I went, boop, there went the radar. So that's when I stepped right in his face and I go, you're not going to do anything. So who are you calling a coward? You're not going to do anything. And he kept getting, and in my head I'm going, I'm standing here. If I get hit, I get hit, but I'm not walking away now. Then I found out later who it was. In the moment, I didn't know. Suddenly, kind of feel my legs come out from under me and somebody's picking me up to drag me to the dugout. I'm like, who the fuck picked my fat ass up? And I'm like, I'm moving. So they didn't have to break their back. And I went and sat down in the dugout laughing at the whole thing. It turns out it was fucking little Matty. He's stronger than I thought he was because he got me up and moved me. Yeah, he must have thought I was going. He must have thought if Matty grabbed me, he thought I was going to throw. At no point did I even consider throwing because it was so stupid.
So and that's why I said. I had a great view. It was like I was watching it on TV because I was in the middle and I was able to see everything. And yes, there were people running on both sides that were running. Once everyone realized that there was an argument. Once everybody realized there was an argument.
When I held my ground. When he went the coward chicken shit route, and look, fair enough, I should have just walked away. I lowered myself into it. I agree to that 100%. But then it was pride and ego, which always gets in trouble. Isn't
that the nature of most fights anyway?
That's like fucking OxyContin to me, to a drug addict. Yeah. So, I stood my ground. But anyway, and then in all fairness, dude came over and apologized.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't no big thing.
And it was quick. So while he was coming over, it was still kind of breaking up. And I'm like pointing at people like, you see this, right? Is this dude cutting, like, why didn't anybody stop at him? I didn't realize he had told people he was coming over to apologize. So he came in. Yeah. He said he was sorry. And he said, I'm sorry. I was just frustrated. And he walked away, which was great. The only thing was after I go, but what were you frustrated about? Like, what got you so frustrated you want to come over and quote unquote fight me or whatever? Yeah. That's the only question I had. And whatever. It was over with. There was no more talk of it.
It's not even a big deal.
Dougie was pitching for you guys. And Dougie kind of snapped at me right when the incident happened out at second.
Yes.
And I looked at Doug and went, Doug, I'm 49 years old, bro. You could choke me out all you want. I'm going to take out a kneecap or something. Like, I'm going to give you something to remember me by before you put me down for good.
Shit's wild,
and Dougie laughed. And then later on, I went down to third, and as I was coming across, Dougie kind of almost apologized, like, I didn't know, whatever. And I said, Dougie, look, I'm only good for 1-2 shots, man. I got to go to work Monday. So, just please get it out 1 or 2 shots. I'll go down and just don't beat me up so bad I can't go to work Monday. That's all I ask. And he's laughing. Because Dougie's a big motherfucker, but he didn't want to fight either. I think
the only thing that I was, that kind of caught my attention was the fact that before I started playing senior, I remember so many senior players would say, oh, it's such a different environment than kid ball. I mean, there's no arguing. Everyone's just chilling. Everyone's just as professional as you could imagine. And then I'm going to tell you, I've honestly been around, not in, because I ain't into that bullshit, but I've been around more arguments, kerfuffles, gatherings, hissy fits and tantrums in senior ball than probably the last 10 fucking years of playing kid ball. In this last single year, I've seen more arguments, screams, and all that bullshit that everyone convinced me or were trying to convince me doesn't happen in senior. I've seen more of those than I ever saw in kid ball, and it's kind of crazy.
It feels like it's getting worse, man.
Yeah,
and I haven't played.
I still believe, there's nothing. I guess I'm the anti-norm about that. I have no problem with all the, with the arguments and et cetera, right? At the end of the day, it's still, there's a level of, there's testosterone and ego and pride and everything else going on in the field. I got no problem with that. But what I kind of hate sometimes is, we start pointing fingers about that type of shit. Like this instance is not that. To me, like you said, dude was frustrated for whatever reason he was frustrated. I don't know either. It's not my problem. It was his, how he felt, right? But he was big enough to say, hey, I'm sorry, that's my bad. However he phrased it.
I just don't. And there's no right or wrong in any of this, by the way. I don't want anybody taking this and twisting it. That's not for me to. There's not for me to decide. I'm literally trying to kind of paint the picture without right and wrong in it.
It wasn't no shit like that. It was just
you'll notice. I'm not even going to talk about what's spurring this shit because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
It was just a thing, but. I just wanted to bring up the fact that I was legitimately like right there the whole time, and I really didn't know what the fuck was going on or why.
Well,
and I guess that's why it's stupid though. It's
3 innings later, 3 innings into the if game, I don't know if you got out or were coming from first, got a runner. I don't know what happened, but you popped in the dugout like, so hey, what happened there?
I really fucking did. I just came in there and sat down like, hey, so what happened? And then what's worse is my dumb ass wasn't paying attention to the fact that, I don't know, I needed to be out in the field. And so your whole fucking team is like over there and they're starting like, hey, well, this is what I'm like, oh shit, damn, I gotta go over here and fucking play. Dude, I'm fucking dumb. That's why I said I was there and I was sitting there, and I mean I was in the midst of it, in the middle of it, and I have no idea. But that also kind of speaks to it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't that type of thing. I think it was just people were tired. People had been out for a while. Frustrated is a good word. I know you guys were tired and frustrated too. And everybody, those things affect people differently. And then you add in a little bit of liquor and you add a little this and a little that and whatever. Shit happens, dude. It's whatever, dude. I just thought it was funny because of that duality of everybody's saying kid ball is so much more. There's so much more, so many more antagonistic situations and arguments and near fights or whatever. And it seems like every tournament there's a bunch of screaming and cursing and going after each other type of bullshit.
I think senior ball. I think I even said to you at that point, I was like, I don't even really fucking know.
Yeah, dude.
When you came over to ask me, I was like, I don't know. Now, other people, maybe. I was just like, after all that, I got to be honest, bro. I really don't know what the fuck just happened.
What Pino says here in the chat, and I'm not gonna put it up there because it'll be super large. But basically, what he's saying, he's 2 for 2 in tourneys, either being a part of a situation or seen one in senior. And these guys his team hasn't even played more. They
played 2.
They've only played 2. I guess I've been, and I'm always look, man. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm the coolest cat in the world when it comes to these tournaments because I just be sitting there. Motherfuckers is really pissed off and arguing and screaming and shit. And I'm just like, man, shit, what am I going to do here in a minute? Or, and then everybody's like, hey, did you see them motherfuckers fight? And I'm like, who? They'll be like, it was right there. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
No, it was have a good day, Sir Hawkins. First of all, have a good day. And number 2, no, I wasn't pitching when it happened. And number 3, when I did see Trey, I walked his ass. So on purpose, not on purpose, it don't matter. He was a fucking
it was
idiot,
both.
So I shouldn't have done it.
It was probably both. Yeah, it was probably both.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was probably both. Because it was probably both. He was fucking on it, bro. He was on it.
Him and Fine have their own thing going on. I'm not getting into it, but they have their own thing, right? So Maddie did a good job on Trey earlier when we were playing Still Stroking, but then Nick went into pitch because we got up a little bit. We were trying to rest Maddie. We knew we'd have to play fucking you knuckleheads twice. Right. And Trey fucking hit a bomb off of Nick. And I'm like, I think I'm going to pitch around him a little bit.
Yeah.
And I probably play like super safe pitched around too.
Hey, Trey was on it. Shout out to Trey. That's the homie, but he was on it. I mean, when we played Still Stroking, I was just like, I got to a point where I was like, nah, just walk this motherfucker, bro. Don't do this fucking I'ma get cute shit. Just tell this motherfucker to go to the bag. And no offense to the gentleman who was batting behind him, but I knew he wasn't gonna pick that bomb up. So I was like, hey, run that shit, get this motherfucker on the bag, get him a runner, and then let's move on, dude. It's fucking crazy. Hey, we should talk about this other situation really quickly so we can get on out of here a little early.
Well, the only thing I wanted to bring up, you guys, I do not understand it, and I don't blame fucking Basinger one fucking little iota for doing it. How the fuck you gonna let a fucking screen? And I still hear you motherfuckers whispering after you lose about the fucking screen.
Bro,
even when you go into the game, you go into the game. Oh, that shit ain't gonna affect us. And yet I keep looking at the fucking scores. Oh, look, Snore won again. Oh, look, Snore won again. And then I hear the whispers, right? Oh, that fucking screen. If they weren't pussies and didn't use that screen, it's a fucking screen. What does the screen have to do with you losing a fucking game?
I just want to look. I just want to say,
I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to use that shit as an excuse after you've been beat. Like, it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That's as bad as the Dudley bats changed my swing. That was the second worst fucking thing I heard this week.
Yo, the funny shit about the screen for me at least was like, as soon as Mike said it earlier in the day, he's like, I'm gonna put the screen up there because he's like, it fucks with their heads. And I was like, I know, but I don't know why. And so like the first game we played was Sophisticated and they didn't care. Like you could tell they was like, oh, all right, screen, whatever. Oh no, I lie. I take that back. We didn't use the screen against Sophisticated. That's what it was. Then we used it against Old Spice. And so Old Spice had this period of time where they're like, what the fuck is up with this screen shit? I'm over there cracking up, dude. I'm like, yeah, here we go with this bullshit, right? So
it's a foul then and out, by the way.
Yeah, it's a foul then and out, right? It's a foul then and out, or if you've got to, if you've got none.
If you got a strike, it's an out. If you got
it's an out, right?
You got the strike, it's a foul. And whoever played I wish somebody would have played in those Crocs, by the way, because I would have liked to fucking seen that. But go ahead.
That would have been great. That'd have been great. Their feet would have been hurting. But yeah, what was the other thing was kind of funny was most of the day I think we only had one or two instances where a ball was actually hit the net. We had a bunch of guys who were smart enough that they said, okay, I don't need to hit the net. I just need to get around the net because the pitcher can't fucking touch it. And you guys did that for one, and there was only one or two other teams where you had a guy who would be like, oh, in that case, boom, I'll put it right there. I'm going to just say we really tried to have the championship picture be just the net. Because
I would have respected that more.
Just the net. We legit were like, put the net up by himself. And we ended up taking the picture with the net in the back because the net was the MVP.
It's still funny. It's
hilarious,
in fairness, Sonoran's been really close. Was it States last year they won? Yeah. I think last year they got States with the rings. So, but they've been close for a bunch. So, a lot of guys on that team have grinding for, almost a year to get another one. So I get in the picture. You fucking earned it. But
Net was MVP, bro. Net was MVP. Like that's what we said. Legit.
The crying after was the thing. Like, look, the net's not going to change whether you fucking hit a gap or not. Shut the fuck up. But the crying after, oh my God. Now I will say, Fine hit a fucking ball.
Oh boy!
In the second game,
boy.
That drove.
Boy!
That even Dougie's like, I wouldn't, and we were like, damn, Dougie, if there was no net, Dougie, I wouldn't fucking be out here if there wasn't a net.
That man,
that one was like, wow.
That one was smoked. No, like that ball right there. Like I was at third base, like fuck that shit.
Yeah, we were in the dugout, like, oh my God.
That was a monster.
I thought for a second I thought Dougie got hit, and I was like, that net did nothing.
Yo, that net bent,
but he was off to the side
like paper, bro. He hit that. I mean, and he hit it hard enough that the net was like, fuck this shit. The net was like, fuck this shit, bro. The net didn't even like the ball didn't even get a chance to penetrate the net. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Penetrate the net.
Your turn.
Right?
Your turn.
Yeah, the ball didn't even the ball hit the net so hard the net was just like bye. Yo, that was crazy. It was crazy shit, dude. It was a great game, though. It was great times. I'm
a real team player here, so I'll add on there. Like, yeah, the ball was definitely inserted into the net. There you go. You feel better now, all right? No, but like, I mean. Listen, normally you're like, how the fuck you hit it in the net? I think that was fine. Got out on that. And everybody in the dugout was like, that was fucking impressive, sir.
Look, that's everybody's like,
impressive.
You. even on our side, we were like, yo.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, boy.
We'd have to ask Dougie, but I think it's the first time ever a pitcher using a net was shook up. Like when you get hit as a pitcher, you can get shook up. That was the first time a ball hit a net and shook a fucking pitcher.
Yeah, man.
And Jason Fine owns that shit.
Yeah, man. That was
more impressive. It was with those fucking Dudley bats.
What was wrong with the Dudleys?
I didn't. A lot of them broke, but like the one piece I thought was pretty good, the blue one, when it was available. So our first game, I got to hit late. I got 2 at bats. Los, I waited. I was calm. Everything felt great. Simple single first at bat. Drove the gap the second at bat. Everything felt great, timing, whatnot. And I'm like, all right, this one piece ain't bad. And I was shocked I even hit as smooth as I did and was patient. No happy feet for the most part. Everything where it was supposed to be. So then next game against Sophisticated, I'm pitching, and there's no fucking blue bat. And the 2-piece feels way too fucking light, the 25. But the weights were all weird, man. 27 swung like 25s. And so now, in fairness, I tried to get cued a couple times. I tried to beat the right fielder, got under it, but the ball carried more than I wanted it to because I was trying to hit it short, and the wind plus me, swinging a little too hard, fucking carried it out to right field. I'm telling you, I fucking swung the goddamn thing. Fuck you. This goddamn son of a bitch motherfucker. I didn't play so good.
I didn't like but I'm just saying. I didn't, but I definitely didn't blame the bat.
Motherfucker. But he dropped fucking inning before the open, the fucking if game. He fucking hit a fucking missile fucking over the hill at fucking Paloma, you fucking sandbagging bitch. Yeah, I said it. And I played on sandbaggers, and I'm calling you a fucking sandbagger.
Oh man, don't blame the bat.
It was the swing. Got my front foot out, jumped on another ball. Fucking totally the swing. But I pitched well. I held those guys, I don't know, fucking 9-10 runs. And then, but the more important thing, Don Logan finally got a shot with me on the hill. And I would give old boy credit. I went inside, back fucking corner on this lefty motherfucker, and he still tried to shove it, still tried to take my dick off with that thing. And I didn't have both feet set because I thought, there's no way this is coming back at me. I got the tip of my glove on it in a kind of awkward stance, and he got me. I didn't hit me, but he had me move. He had me jump a little bit.
He danced
a little fast.
You. Yeah, he danced
yeah, look, I was chopping my ass out there. Then Don, I tried to test him like this motherfucker ain't waiting for an oppo. I brought a curveball in on the outside because he's lefty. Son of a bitch fucking waited. Drove it in the oppo gap there for a single. So it only took fucking 3 years of BP, but you're finally listening to what the fuck Marlos is telling you. Danny, I Cade. I'm dead to motherfucking rights. Even he admitted it. He said,
I heard it too. I heard about that one.
He told me that there's no way that ball's coming back. Boom!
Yeah.
Boom! And Dario, flat.
About that.
What?
Heard about
flat? Flat? What the fuck are we talking about? Anyway, he stole my K. I had a bunch of foul outs. I consider those Ks, but I like the lookers. That's a different breed. Those are the ones we chalk up. The foul outs, we don't get as much credit as pitchers. Matty had a couple. I had a couple. Nick got in there to pitch some, which was, I hadn't seen that in a long time. And his fucking, you trip fucking off the side of the rubber, left-handed delivery. Nick, you're going to die. You're not wearing shin guards and definitely. A worth pitching mask. Knock it off. But like Tree said, he was swinging a 28 with a 2-ounce end load, and it felt like it was fucking 26. Everybody I talked to said the weights were way off. That's
okay. So that was one thing I was gonna say because I felt like the bats were cool. I've actually I've had a Dudley before. You alluded to something that I kept saying kind of before the show, not just before the show, but before the tourney. I had one. I think we had 60, 70 balls on it. When we first started swinging it, we were like, yeah, this is a dud. Lee. And then, it hit around 50 balls and then just like turned on. Me and Don are like, yo, this shit is crazy. And then he broke it. And like
is that the one piece?
No, mine was a 2-piece.
All right, because the 1 piece in our game when we played them, it was there at the beginning of the game, but I tried the 2-piece. Yeah. Because it was I swung a 25 in the other game. This was 26. I was like, let me try 25 outs 2-piece. If I don't like it, at least I know it's there. Next time I come out the bat, it's not in the bucket. I'm like, what the fuck happened to the blue one?
It probably broke.
Oh, no, I made sure to check. Because I was like, Don, you better not be fucking hiding that motherfucker over there.
It wasn't there. No. I mean, when
I was messing
I had one
with
in
him.
BP. Yeah, I had one in BP, and it basically did what you just described. We had, like I said, it hit 50 balls or so, and it was lights out all of a sudden. Sound changed, everything.
We made the jokes. We
had
instant karma on the prizes because nobody really checked, so somebody thought they were roller bags. So we were like, yo, just fucking tell them they can have first. We'll take the rollers, get the fuck out of here. We ain't got to play nothing. And then real quick, like, nah, we got to take a shot. We got here. Let's at least play and see what happens.
Those are the bats. Yeah.
So, no, but the bags weren't roller bags. They were ball bags. They weren't even backpacks. They were ball bags. So we made the joke. We were making jokes earlier like, we got the better of the deal. You guys can have those fucking bats for first. And then we're like, wait a minute. They're ball bags. So it was instant fucking karma. Now, in fairness, I've turned my ball bag into a tool holder. So I'm kind of happy that I can get my drill in there and now my bits and then my like 40-piece tool set can all go in one bag and I can roll it around instead of having to keep it separate.
I still didn't. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like the bats and whatnot, and bats are subjective as always. They were whatever to me. I didn't really see them as significantly different. One thing I will agree with though is the weighting was a little unusual. Bats that were supposed to be in loads didn't feel in loaded at all. Bats that were supposed to be somewhat mid-load or / balanced didn't feel that way at all. The 27s didn't feel like 27s.
No.
The 25s felt, I don't know what the fuck they felt like. I don't like the idea that, I mean, I don't know. I agree with Mike Tree. Mike Tree just said it sounded like shit. That is probably, that's the problem that I had with any of them. If I were to talk about a problem, it would be that I just don't like the sound. And when you square one up, you didn't get a good amount of feedback. Obviously I swing a lot of Louisville too, so I know a little bit about different types of feedback and different types of sounds and whatnot. But these, it really would feel like you didn't hit it at all, and you didn't get it, like you mishit it, and it would go 350 feet, and then there'd be balls where you felt like you just squared the shit up, and it was like, nah, and I just couldn't get comfortable with the sound, not for me individually, but just in general. You would hear a ball come off the bat, and then you'd be like, man, I thought that shit was forever ago gone, and it just wouldn't be nowhere.
They all had we'd be on one field playing, and our bets had a sound, and then I'd look over and I'd be like, what bet was that? Fuck? Now, only golfers are going to get this joke, but I said it to Tree, I go, Jesus, it's like fucking these guys are hitting those old Nike Vapor drivers. Now, these particular clubs, Nike made a driver a while ago that it had this high-pitched screech fucking sound when you hit a golf ball that literally you thought it was nails on a chalkboard. And by the way, that's the weakest fucking shit in chat. Like, sleep in a ball bag. I already said it was a small bag. And tool holder. Be better, chat. You fucking set such a standard. Be better. But Tree fucking gets it. He heard that driver. It was, you'd hear somebody hit one and be like, across the golf course, say, oh, there's a fucking Nike Vapor driver. It's a fucking horrible sound that just penetrates you. Like, oh. But every bat had a different shitty sound to it.
Penetrate.
Aha, it's back.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. It's
like
none
a
of them
sound
sounded
wave
the same
through your body. Do you feel better now about using proper terms?
You'd expect I know for me at least, I expected the orange, for example, that orange and light blue one. I expected that one to sound the same on field 1 versus on field 3 versus on field 4. And I realized that they had, obviously field 1 had more games or field 3 had more games, blah, blah, blah. And you see more people using this bat. And so, of course, that bat may have worked its way out a little bit. But by the midday period, all of those bats should have had, a good amount of balls on them or a reasonably close amount of balls on them. And legitimately, you would go from field to field and the bat would feel or sound completely different. Each model, I should say, respectively, would sound a little bit different or feel a little bit different. Even the weighting was a little bit different between the different fields. But again, I thought the bats were okay. I don't know. Me personally, when I had one, I had gotten it off of eBay for $76. And I really only bought it at that time because I wanted something to swing in BP. And also I figured, fuck it, might as well swing, see what this is about, see what it's like, whatever. I liked it, but it blew up like in 100 balls, legit. And so I never went and got another one because I wasn't going to break that money out for nothing.
Dude, speaking of BP bat, that's why I have 2 fucking Salcidos. They're the they're fucking tank. Now, I don't know about the newest one. I haven't put a lot of swings on that one. They're fucking tanks, dude. If anything, at worst case, it's the perfect BP bat. Because Easton weights are pretty consistent over years. Okay?
Agreed.
Ronnie's weights his bat's been fucking consistent last 3 years. So that's one thing I'm thankful for. Because I'm not going to, the fucking senior slugger's not seeing the cage. With this, they're scarce right now. Fucking shout out Dave Taylor for coming up to me like a fucking accountant and laying out my different options and what he had attempted and tried with this guy and had a whole, and I look at it, I was like, man, it's like a Hollywood script. I'm so proud of you. So now the new senior slugger, the gray one's been pushed back like a month and a half. They've pressed all their releases back. So we'll see what happens. But I was thankful for the approach, the attempt.
Yes.
That's really what this has fucking all been about, by the way. But moving on, yeah, that Louisville will never see a fucking BP cage again. Now my cuz maybe, but not the red one. It's too short supply.
Good, man.
I can't just go. Yeah,
I swing the cuz all the time. I got to talk to
I swing
the cuz. I swing the cuz fairly often. So, and I mean, I have one. I have one. I have a 25 and I have a 26 here. If you're interested. So it's nothing.
Well, I got a 26 with about 100 swings on it. I promised Weems I'd get off, and we already talked about that. That was before the B tournament we played. I was going to grab that.
Look.
Unless he sold it, which he'd totally be with his right to do.
Good.
So.
Hey, All
I
I'm
know where
saying
to
is
go.
I have one on deck, you know, and yeah, I have a few, so it's all good.
Now, even better, if we talk about that bet, I actually have cash. I don't try to fucking message you with 14 different fucking substitutes for cash for one of your bets. Because I saw your post and I saw the PM sent, and I almost sent you a text like, all right, how bad is it? What have you been offering?
You know what? Honestly, like, I was surprised, right? Because I was expecting a motherfucker to be like, so will you trade me a 2004 fucking Easton or something? I was expecting some stupid shit, right?
I got a cartoon pal.
Nah, it wasn't like that, but it was super fast. Like, I had so many people hitting me up about that monster, the monster tripping, but I had a dude who basically wanted to get that and another bat, pretty much before everybody else had hit me up. But it was like boom, 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 boom. Then I think a couple of the other ones are pretty much pending, just waiting for a confirmation as to whether this one gentleman is gonna buy them. And then I think the only thing right now, at least in that batch that's still available, is that Mike and KP. And then I got a couple other ones that have moved kind of behind the scenes. And I'm gonna post up a Louisville here, probably next day or two. Then I might sell some 220s, dude, because I got some 220s in here that I know people want, but I know that, you know, obviously a lot of people here pretty much play U-Trip, so I'm just kind of biding my time. But yeah, man, it's actually been good. It's been good.
Well, that's thank for that. I mean, I was hoping for show content, but I'll take a nice easy transaction for a change for you on a
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm going to give you the teams here. We'll make some quick picks for the NCS tournament out at Tempe this weekend. Like I said, hopefully our boy Dre will join us again next week to help us with the recap, because there's a good chance neither one of us is going to be playing due to circumstances beyond our control. But just as a little teaser, I had a very good friend, someone I consider a brother, who is going to fill in for me this weekend and confirmed. So that'll be a nice surprise. JD Tools will be just fine on the pitcher's mound this weekend without me there. In fact, I would dare to say they'll be better if I'm not there now. So you're welcome. All right, in the majors, yes, I did that. So major, 4 teams, major division. They got Arizona Heat 55s, Blue Point, Easy Money, which is not dirty money. It's the Tucson boys, Jimmy De La Riva and a bunch of guys jumping onto that. And then AZ Bandits jumping into the NCS tournament. Fuck, man. What's our rule with Bandits, right? Mm-hmm. When we do these predictions? Well,
automatic.
We can't.
Automatic.
So, I think that's a pretty easy one. No offense to the other 3 teams playing. Heat is always a fucking ridiculously hard out in any tournament.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But man, I can't break the Bandit streak there.
Not at all.
Different sanction, same result. We both like Bandits there. All right, AAA, 13 teams. I will just run down the teams and then we could take a guess here.
Yep.
So Amigos 40s, AZ Unhinged, Barachos 2.0, full squad. BTB, Hawkins got a couple fill-ins, but they are good. So judge them accordingly. Hooligans, JD Tools, Vern Lewis Welding, Joker's Wild, Men of Action, Sickness Squad. Shout out Jimmy Garber. I still really sad for you that your 49ers still aren't going to win Super Bowl this upcoming year.
Shit.
Team 480. Oh, did I do that? Sorry.
You did. Yeah.
Team 480. Team Hits. We Stay Fly. Where's 5 at? Who did Ryan get? I know he got all his chips. He got 2 sandbaggers. I forget who the third one was, but he got the right guys.
Yeah, you got
We Stay Fly. I know they picked up a couple guys too. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Wow, tough one. See, do I even make a pick? Because I mean, I'm supposed to pick JD Tools. If I could somehow get out of work and go play, don't I pick the squad?
Hey, let's go. Look, let's just call it the nepotism cup, because I'm gonna choose BTB. Nepotism cup on deck.
All right, so I'll go JD. Yeah. You go BTB, and then the pick that we don't play on is for me.
Oh, I mean, for major. My bad. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Barachos. If it's not JD Tools and not BTB, I'm gonna go Barachos. They're due. There's too many fucking good guys on that fucking team. Curtis plays with me when he's not playing.
No, I know they're a great team, and I was
Sean's over there.
No, they're a great team. They're a great team. I was my
brothers. Like, come on, let's go.
My consternation was not that they aren't a good team. It was hard for me to think of another team that I'd be willing to pick with confidence. So yeah, I think I'll follow you. I think I'll follow you there.
It's not so much about the other teams as it is the talent compiled on that team together it's got to happen. It's going to be sooner rather than later. I like it this weekend. And that's what I'm going to call. If it's not my boys, that's who it would be. And then that's about it. I said it was going to be a short show, and I lied yet again. But you know, Marlos and I, when we get on a roll, we're into it. Yes. You guys get a better show. Shout out Phillies for showing up. Take the series from the White Sox. Sorry, Sammy. Sorry about that. She's a big White Sox fan. But yeah, if we take a series there, we still got a long way to go to get back in the thing here. But I am watching baseball. It's nice to have it out there. The pitch clock is working. I'll just say that. It's fucking working. I never thought I'd see it, but it is. Basketball, it's weird. I just don't care. I see Suns fans crying. You finally won a game because Scott Foster ref. Congratulations. But my only thing that caught my eye that made me go, oh, I saw, Golden State's down 2-0 and Draymond got suspended for game 3. That's the only thing that made me go, oh. But I'm still not fucking picking against the Warriors. I don't care how good Sacramento looks. Are you nuts? Do you realize that Clay's fucking playing? Like, relax. You think they're worried? Because I don't think they are. Is it 7 games now? First round, 7 games, isn't it? No? Is it 5? So Sacramento's only got to win 1 more game? I don't know. I'm being honest. I don't know how the fucking...
I'm not actually being funny. I was thinking about it. No, they are 7 games. I was really thinking
so
it,
then,
and I started looking, yeah.
No threat there. Golden State's no threat. All right, so anyway, that's all I got. I'm not up on the basketball. Yes, I know the Sixers are playing the Nets. I know game 1 they fucking pretty much destroyed them. But PJ Tucker looks like a fucking thug, and I love it. I fucking love it. But Mikal Bridges, all you Suns fans, as much as KD is a fucking great player, if you're watching the Nets at all, you should be really sad. Because Mikal Bridges is fucking the next superstar. And I'm even mad because the Sixers fucking drafted him. Anyway, that's all I know about basketball.
We out.
We'll see you next week.